let me see if I got this right. You had a conversation with the male employees of your company, and one of them says, hey, Constance has a bubble butt.
What are guys looking for on Blender? And we said, well, one of the features that they're looking for are women with, nice butts and bubble butts. And somebody said, well, Constance's got a nice bubble butt. So that's really kind of where that came from. So
Tannenbaum would often make judgments or talk about my hair. He asked me if I was related to a poodle.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Porter now presiding. Court is now in session.
Everyone, please be seated. Thank you. Okay, we have case number 8509, Constance Douglas versus Stephen Tannenbaum. Can you please come to the podium? Ms. Douglas, ma'am, it shows here that you're suing for the amount of $15,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on here?
Well, Judge Porter, I'm suing my former boss, Steve. I worked for his production company, Stephen T Productions, for about 2 years. They make an app called Blender app. I was the office admin there. I was the only Black person in the office, even though the app is for a Black dating service.
Okay.
And while I was there, I was subject to slight harassment. Mr. Tannenbaum would often make judgments or talk about my hair. He'd ask me if I was related to a poodle.
Related to a what, I'm sorry?
Poodle.
Like the dog?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
that's not true. I asked her if she owned a poodle.
Hold on, sir. I'll get to you in a second.
He nicknamed me Bubble Butt.
Bubble Butt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he call you Bubble Butt while in the presence of other people?
Yes, it was very embarrassing.
Okay. Please continue.
Other little microaggressions Mr. Tannenbaum did. I asked for MLK Day off or Juneteenth off, and he told me I couldn't get the day paid off. If I wanted to take it off, I had to use PTO. So I did use PTO for those days. And the way that I ended up getting dismissed or fired was I got sick one day after having a bad lunch. I called out, and when I returned to work, I was fired. Unbeknownst to me.
Okay.
Also, the reason why I'm suing for $15,000 in damages. The reason why I'm suing is because, unbeknownst to me, at an office party, Mr. Tannenbaum recorded me dancing and having fun. I think what happened was I had some drinks there at the office party. I didn't know that there was alcohol in the drink, and some of my coworkers were encouraging me to dance, and it was supposed to be for all in good fun. He recorded me and then used those videotapes to promote the dating service. And I'm so embarrassed. It's been hard for me.
I'm just curious, this party, where's the location? Where did the party take place? I'm curious.
It was in the office lunchroom.
In the office of the company?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Mr. Tannenbaum,
Yes,
sir,
Judge.
you heard what Ms. Douglas had to say. What's going on here?
I did. So I started Stevie T Productions a few years ago. We started manufacturing Tech Bro clothing.
Okay.
This is our Tech Bro vest. And then I had some friends that said, you know what, we really should get into the app business, and I started Blender, which is basically Black Tinder. And soon after that,
okay, I don't know what is that?
well, it's a
Explain
dating
that.
app.
It's a dating app
for Black people.
For Black people.
That's
okay.
correct. That's
all
correct.
right. Continue, please, sir.
So I soon after I hired Constance to come work for me, and she was a terrible employee, just a terrible employee. And the notion that I talked about her hair, not true. I did ask her if she had a poodle. She may have heard that I was talking about her hair, but that's not what I said.
Okay.
Did I comment on her body? I did. I commented on her body because
You called her Bubble Butt?
I called her Bubble Butt.
Why'd you call her Bubble Butt?
Well, we were talking in terms of Blender as an app and what people are looking for, what guys are looking for. And Judge, I don't know if you're single, but if you are, you should definitely get on Blender. It's amazing. It's blowing up.
I'm just curious as to
blowing
why
up.
you called her Bubble Butt. I gotta hear this one.
Well, all the guys that were in the office were looking around. They're saying, what are the women posting on Blender? And they've got pictures of them up there, with their nice size rears. And we said,
you conferred with the guys in the office?
We did, yes. It's a dating app.
Okay,
Judge.
When you said you conferred with the guys in the office, what did you ask them now?
Well, we were talking about, what are guys looking for on Blender? And we said, well, one of the features that they're looking for are women with, nice butts and bubble butts. And somebody said, well, Constance's got a nice bubble butt. So that's really kind of where that came from. So
So let me see if I got this right. You had a conversation with the male employees of your company, and one of them says, hey, Constance has a bubble butt. And then the name was created in that moment, and you said to her in the presence of other employees, hey, bubble butt.
Yes, it's a term of endearment. I didn't think anything wrong with it. I think she'd be honored and flattered by the comments.
I was not flattered. I was disgusted.
Sir, I can tell you that, do you guys hang out outside of work?
No.
No.
Never been on a date with each other?
No.
No.
So your relationship is strictly within the workplace.
That's correct.
Are you guys friends maybe?
No.
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 So why would you think that it's okay to refer to her as bubble butt? You don't have that type of relationship.
Well, we're in the business of dating and with
I
folks
got
that are,
that, but it's disrespectful, sir.
well, that's a matter of opinion.
No, it's not a matter of opinion. I'm telling you, it's disrespectful. Okay? It's crass. And to be quite honest, it's immature, sir.
Well, Judge, we're going to agree to disagree on this one. I have a right to comment on women's bodies, and if
You know
they're
what? You're
flattering,
absolutely right. But since this is my courtroom, I'm going to say that I'm totally right on this one. Sir, how old are you, sir?
I'm 45.
You're old enough to know better, sir. You don't go around telling another human being that you barely know like that, hey, bubble butt.
Well, she worked for us for about a year and a half.
But you don't have
point.
that type of friendship. Matter of fact, according to her, you guys don't have any type of relationship outside of work. You don't even have a friendship. You have a working relationship. Okay? At some point in time, you have to be respectful of that. You cross the line. And although you say that you didn't do anything offensive, the person who felt offended is right there. And you know what's funny? Since the testimonies have started, I have yet to hear you say, you know what? I'm sorry. So you know what that tells me? That you really don't care. And if we weren't in court, you'd do it again. Now, here's what I don't understand. You use her image for your, for the site.
We did. She, look,
How
that
much
was
did you,
taken.
How much did you pay her for using her
Well,
image
that was
on the
taken
site?
during a
Nothing.
work
Nothing.
event. And in our policy, in our handbook, it tells you any of the work products, images that are created while you're here belong to Stevie T Productions.
You know what? And I would totally agree with you on that. Except here's the problem. Correct me if I'm wrong or not. This was a party that you took this image at. It was not a work-related incident. It was a party of work employees. Nobody was working. So you filming and then using it is in violation of the policy.
Well, let me tell you that the site, Blender, has blown up since we put her image and video
And you know
on there.
what? That's great. Then compensate her.
Thank you.
Well, like
If
I
she's
said,
helping your app blow up, like you say, compensate her. How hard is that? Now, I don't know if it's obvious that her image helped with the exposure of the app. Now, what's within the app itself, you may have some great, wonderful features that other dating apps don't have.
we do. That's why you should
And
check it
that's
out.
great, but don't cheat her of the compensation. She is entitled. You did not sign something that says, hey, I'm going to use your image and I'm going to put it out there. Because at that moment, she wasn't an employee. She was just there partying. You need to pay her. So now the question is, are you going to pay her $15,000 or are you going to pay more? Because if I go through the stuff and try to find out how much money Blender has made since she's been posted,
Well, it hasn't been that much, Judge.
Something's telling me it's going to be more than $15,000. So you can pay her now or you can pay her later. Which do you prefer?
Well, I prefer to pay her nothing because I don't think we did anything wrong. That video was taken in our offices.
I didn't know they were taking
Are
that
you
video.
are you aware? I don't know if you're listening, but I'm on the verge of ruling against you.
That's ridiculous.
It may be ridiculous, but we're almost there. Once this gavel hits, it's a done deal. So what I'm asking you is, do you want to pay her now or pay her later? Because she's going to be entitled to future revenue from that site. And if it blows up and it becomes number one, she's going to be asking for a whole lot more than 15 grand. So pay me now or pay me later. Which one you
In
want?
that case, Judge, pay her now. I want to be done with this.
Okay, now, as far as why did you fire this young lady?
Well, we had budget issues. I told you we just started Blender, and our Tech Bro vests weren't selling great, so we weren't really making that much revenue at that point. So I fired her because we had budget issues, And frankly, her performance was not that great. I mean, this notion of having to call out for holidays, ridiculous.
Why didn't you give her MLK Day off?
It's not a company policy to have that day off.
Let me ask you this question. Did any other employees do they have federal holidays off?
We have all federal holidays off.
MLK is one of those holidays.
Well, not at Stevie T Productions.
You just said.
And I would tell you, Judge, in Arizona, it is not recognized.
You just said that we give federal holidays off our employees. MLK Day is a federal holiday.
Not in Arizona.
This ain't Arizona. Is it?
No, it is not. It's
It is not. So you robbed her of a holiday, which is weird because now I'm confused. Did the other employees have that day off?
No one took that day off. I was the only.
Wait a minute. So you got your employees working on a federal holiday?
That's correct, Judge. Like I said, if all states don't recognize a holiday, why do I have to recognize it?
Wow. Okay.
And Juneteenth? What do we got to do for Juneteenth?
Well,
What do you need Juneteenth off?
I don't think I'm not sure if Juneteenth has been labeled as a federal holiday. I'm not sure about that one.
Exactly. So she can use PTO for that. And she
Okay. Now that may be fair, but did you say something that you had gotten ill?
Yes. So I had taken those 2 days off. This is the reason why I was told I was fired. I took too many days off. I have never been written up. I never had a one-on-one with him. As far as I was concerned, my performance was great. Everyone in the office loved me.
Do you get evaluations?
I never got one.
Do you guys give out evaluations for your employees?
Formal evaluations, or do I just tell you, hey, you're doing a good job?
Formal evaluation, something that's documented on
We do
paper.
not document.
I would recommend you start doing that. I would recommend that because if you have a situation where you say this employee sucks and they drag you into court, you can say, look, this is the eval. This is what I gave them for improvement. We didn't see improvement.
Are we not an at-will state?
You mean a right to work state?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Can I not fire employees just because they show up wearing the wrong color jeans?
He fired me because of my skin color.
How many black people do you have working at your company?
I have none.
Well, now that you fire her.
That's correct.
So how do you have an app aimed for black people, but you don't have any black people working for the company? How does that work?
I have a lot of black friends.
You did not just say that to me. Hey, you know what? I'm not racist. I got a black friend. That's basically what you just said.
It's true. How do you think the idea for the app came
racist
up?
because you have a black friend.
Well, how do you think the idea for the app came up, Judge? I didn't come up with that.
Oh, wow. You know what? I'm going to just leave it right there. Yeah, because you're digging a hole. So here's the thing. I'm going to recommend you get in contact with the EEOC. It's a federal agency that investigates claims like you're making as far as being fired because of race and things of that nature. You're going to pay the $15,000. Like your head is shaking in the wrong direction because we agreed earlier that you're going to pay the $15,000.
We did. I'm going to pay. Doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
Well, okay then. You're going to pay the $15,000. Okay. I wish you the best of luck with your future. I wish you the best of luck with your app and your company. Any questions or concerns?
No.
All right. Court is adjourned.
Thank you so much, Judge Porter. I'm so happy about the verdict. I knew I was going to win. My boss was a total jerk. Now I can use my $15,000 to take a proper vacation and have a proper Juneteenth celebration. Thank you, Judge Porter.
You know, what can I say? This was the worst possible outcome for this verdict. I have the right to run my business the way that I want. And we are a country where we have freedom of speech. I can call and say anything that I want to anybody at any point. That being said, if you have not visited Tech Bro, where?